morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on The Good Life Friday, and we are here to open your mind. We are living the good life here on the Good Life Friday. I'm cracking up at my producer. He's not too happy with me right now. I shared a little something with him, but that's just between the two of us, right, Lee? We are here on the Good Life Friday, and I am here to open your mind to living differently in the world. You know, on Fridays, I like to introduce you to a person, place, or thing that exudes the good life. And today I have someone I have found to be very inspirational for myself, and I hope that she is the same for you. Actually, I don't hope, I know she will. Her name is Tommye Myrick, and if you do not know who she is, you should and you will after today's show. This month is Women's History Month, and it is really interesting because I actually sat down with Tommye because of the Good Laugh, Relationship Tuesday going up on a Friday. And actually, let me plug it right now while I'm talking about it. Tickets go on sale now, y'all. So thegoodlife.brownpapertickets.com. Make sure you go on there. The early bird price is $15. It'll be $20 at the door. Tickets on sale now. Thegoodlife.brownpapertickets.com. Thegoodlaugh.Relationship Tuesday going up on a Friday is setting off at the Juju Bag. That is 5363 Franklin Avenue. That is Friday, March 25th. That is Good Friday, y'all, next week. I know y'all all from work. Come at 6 p.m. Doors open. It's half price drinks. Happy hour until 7. Come get your drink on. Early bird tickets. Make sure you get there. The Juju Bag will have a buffet of red beans, jambalaya, fried catfish for those who can't eat meat, chicken drumettes for those who can, and of course their famous bread pudding. You do not want to miss it. Bring your relationship questions and ask anything, and we mean anything. Hear the real answers that you don't get during airtime. Because that is the good life. You're laughing, but it really gets real. So make sure you come out. You know, we're going to have all the comedians there. We're going to have Matt Owens, Courtney G, and Terry Scott. The Good Laugh is comic relations. So make sure you come out to the Juju Bag Friday, March 25th. You can get your tickets now, literally right now if you go online, thegoodlife.brownpapertickets.com. And so I say all of that because that is the good life. And the good life is sitting down to go meet the owner of the Juju Bag Cafe, you know, to have a conversation about having my event at her establishment. And so I go to sit down and I find out she is one of the most inspirational women that I have met in a long time. And I was just like, why doesn't everyone know about you? And you're laughing, but I was serious. I was like, why doesn't everyone know about her? She is a director, a producer, an actress. She is everything. And I was just like, the city of New Orleans really needs to know who you are. So welcome to the Good Life, Tommye Myrick.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. I'm glad to be here on the Good Life. And it is a good life.
Yes, it is.
I don't want it any other way.
Well, before we start, I want to let everyone know, because I love to focus on our small businesses and, of course, the small businesses in our community. So give us a little bit of information about the Juju Bag, what you offer there, and we'll probably plug it throughout the show because I want to make sure that people really understand. Y'all, I went there to have breakfast, and I was like, I didn't know this was here, and it is absolutely amazing. I wanted to take pictures of everything, and just a shout out to their staff and how accommodating they were. There was something on the menu, and it wasn't quite time yet, you know, because I was there right between like lunch and breakfast. She's like, baby, don't worry about it. I'm going to make it for you. And she totally took care of me. So I want to thank you so much, and I'm sure that you all will get the same type of service.
Yes, thank you so very much. The Juju Bag Cafe, we are now 8 years old. As a matter of fact, we were the very first cafe, very first business, really, to open up in Gentilly after Katrina.
Really?
And this is a post-Katrina venture. I don't want you to think that this was my calling in life. It was for that at that period of time because the community was in need of us, and we were in need of the support of the community at this time because everybody's trying to rebuild. But at any rate, the Juju Bag located 5363 Franklin Avenue. My partner and I own it together. It is the Juju Bag Cafe and Barber Salon. She is a master barber, Phyllis Johnson, and on one half of the Juju Bag is the barber shop, and on the other half, well, actually 3/4 of the Juju Bag is the cafe, not to mention the outdoor seating Absolutely.
Which is gorgeous, which is where the Good Laugh is going to be located. Y'all, it's going to be outside. It is a gorgeous venue.
Which seats upward of 85 to 100 people comfortably.
So if y'all need an event, make sure that you reach out to the Juju Bag.
Yeah. Our menu is one that is, people always ask me, why is it that you don't have any beef or pork? Is it a religious thing? Is it what? And I just say, no, I put what's on that menu, what I eat. Okay. And that is chicken and all kinds of fish and seafood and shrimp and oysters and things of that nature. But I don't eat beef or pork, so I didn't put it on the menu. It's as simple as that. All of our breads are multi-grain. We don't cook with saturated fats. We cook with very, very little salt. And our meals are great. If you go to Yelp or Urban Spoon or you go to TripAdvisor, you'll see the kinds of foods and menu that we have.
And I know that they're all made with love because it was delicious. I swear, if they didn't have other people in there, I might have licked my plate. I was like, oh my goodness. And who was the lady who was cooking? What was her name?
Carol.
Carol.
Miss Carol.
Y'all, I love Miss Carol. Miss Carol, shout out to you because your food was absolutely amazing and you totally took care of me. So I want to thank you. Can you give us a couple more of your menu items that are like some specialties?
Well, our specialty today, by the way,
yes,
it being Friday, of course, New Orleans Fish Fry Fridays.
Of course.
Okay, so of course we have fish and which comes with the standard macaroni and cheese. The green beans, we use green beans as opposed sauteed green beans and olive oil and minced garlic as opposed to the peas.
Okay, I'm hungry
We also
now.
have the sweet potato souffle that comes with it and the potato salad.
And what time you open? Because you're playing around.
We are open now. As a matter of fact, I tell you something. We open at 9 o'clock, but at 8:30 we have 4 firefighters standing on the front porch.
Really?
And of course, Miss Carol, who's just walking up and sees them, their big old fire truck parked in front of the Juju Bag. She said, "Well, y'all just come on in, baby. I'll get you straight right now." Okay, so she whipped that up for them and omelets,
Yes.
and
overflowing outlets.
Yes, and chicken and waffles. Of course, we do turkey burgers, salmon burgers, and we do the Caribbean shrimp salad as well as the smoked salmon salad and the salmon steak salad, which is awesome.
Who's hungry? I know y'all are hungry. Lee, you hungry, huh? I know. Look, yeah.
The shrimp and okra comes with fried chicken, and our red beans and rice comes with Jamaican jerk chicken.
I want some shrimp and okra because y'all know I'm not eating meat right now,
Right.
so I am all about that shrimp and okra.
We will see you after the show.
Yes,
and if
you
you're
will.
Busy,
Yes, you will.
We're rolling.
I'm really excited.
We have live entertainment every Friday. Tonight we have the Key Sound, and that's a jazz R&B combo. And then next week, of course, we have Sharon Martin. I mean, it's jazz, blues.
I know Sharon Martin is a regular at the Juju Bag,
Sharon
isn't she?
is a regular, and she is a regular because I love her.
We love her too.
Okay, and she's a regular because she's been my friend for almost 45 years, so that should tell you my age and hers too.
You don't look it. What are you talking about?
And
I thought you were 35.
Oh yeah, I feel like I'm 35, but
you look like you're 35 because y'all don't cook with all that extra stuff there.
This is right. This is correct. And so we have jazz and blues every Friday that begins at 7:30. We tell people to get there at 7. One thing that's important though is that people don't leave. So it's not like when you go to other places and there is a set and then it closes out and then people leave. People come and they don't leave. So it is strongly recommended.
Why would you leave when you can eat too?
Eat and drink and sing, and they end up dancing, and it's but they don't leave. So it's about making reservations, especially for Friday nights.
Absolutely.
We have breakfast every morning. We're open Tuesday through Sunday, and on Sundays we have an all-you-can-eat breakfast.
Do you?
Yes, we do.
Okay, well, tell us about that, because a lot of times after church, we don't know where we want to go, and the last thing you want to do sometimes Sunday mornings is cook.
And stand in line at another restaurant.
And stand in line at another restaurant.
Or go outside of the community. So our all-you-can-eat breakfast deals with eggs any style. It has hash browns and turkey sausage or turkey bacon. It has a fruit salad. It has grits and pancakes and what else? Fruit salad, and it's an all-you-can-eat breakfast. It's not a buffet, but it is an all-you-can-eat. And we don't.
Wait, it's not a buffet, but it's an all-you-can-eat?
That's right.
Wait. I think you need to say that one more time. Lee, it's an all-you-can-eat. Y'all bring your boys.
But, yeah, exactly. And we had
your boys.
We had a woman who actually brought her boys, all 5 of them.
Oh my gosh.
And then Miss Carol said, "Girl, we got to stop this all you can eat now." Okay. And they sat there and they had a good time. You know, so that's the Juju Bag Cafe. The barber shop is open Tuesday through Saturday, and it opens at 7, and it's from 7 to 7.
Can I ask you what inspired you to open the Juju Bag?
Oh, Lord.
Well, you know, it's the good life.
Yeah.
I have to know why.
Well, I have to tell you, what inspired me to open the Juju Bag was the fact that my partner, Phyllis Johnson, is a master barber, and Katrina took all of that, where she used to do her barbering out in New Orleans. He took all of that. Mm-hmm. And so we live actually about 3 blocks from Franklin Avenue.
Oh, so it's home for you.
It's home. And we saw this house that had been ungutted. It was almost tilted on its side. And I said to Phyllis, you know, that's where you should put the barber shop. And she said, yeah, but I don't need this much space. What are you going to do? And I said, well, let's do I want a bookstore. Mm-hmm. A bookstore. Let's do a bookstore. Mm-hmm. So she said, okay, fine. So she took that side, I took this side. Well, guess what?
No bookstore.
As the building is going up, people who are all in trailers, living in trailers at the time, including us, still living in trailers at the time, sees this building being righted and seeing the walls going up, and they say, well, what's this going to be? And I say, well, this is going to be a barbershop. Yay! And they say, well, what's this going to be? I say, this is going to be a bookstore. They say, who the hell got time to read? We're trying to rebuild here. You know, a bookstore, you know. And I said,
but you were listening.
I was listening. And so this is what happened. So we ordered all these bookshelves, and then we just sent 8 back. And I said, okay, well, let's just make it a coffee shop. So then we started selling coffee and Danish and stuff like this. We got the Wi-Fi. Well, guess what? Because we were the only ones there, FEMA started meeting there. Can we meet here with people? Can people start signing up? Road Home started meeting there. The Recovery School District started meeting there. And remember, we're all in trailers at this time. Right. So to be able to go someplace outside of your trailer and then sign up. So people started coming, and they would move from this table for FEMA over to the Road Home, over to a notary. We had a notary set up in there. Wow. From there to the Recovery School District, and they were here for so long. They were at the Juju Bag for so long. I said to Phyllis one day, I said, you think we ought to make some sandwiches? And there you go. And there you go. So the cafe, that's why when you look at it, you will see the Juju Bag Cafe, you see the Juju Bag Coffee Shop on the sign, because that's what we started off as. But within 6 months, we were selling sandwiches and and there you go.
What an amazing story. What if you had never listened to your consumers?
Well, you know, you had to listen to the people because the people were in need. And on top of that, I was in need because I'm an educator. I've always been an educator. I was an educator before Katrina, but, you know, it's like being a doctor. You know, once a doctor, always a doctor. But, you know, I taught college for over 30 years. And when they said, who the hell got time to read, I started saying, well, yeah, right. You know, let's give them what is needed. That's why we're there. So we thought that the barbershop was going to be the draw. Right. But it ended up being the cafe. That's the draw. Now, let me tell you how we started getting entertainment and why Sharon has been there so long. When the musicians started coming back, you remember that they were trying to change out the musical ambiance of the French Quarter. And local musicians had no place to play unless they went down in the French Quarter. Well, the thing about it is that the locals here in New Orleans were saying, well, we're not going down in the French Quarter. I mean, you know, it's the parking, it's the situation that we don't want to. So then Sharon and Michaela Harrison, those two,
Wow.
asked whether or not they could play at the Juju Bag. And I said, yeah. And then it just started growing.
What an amazing story.
So that's it,
We are here on the Good Life Friday with Tommye Myrick. If you don't know her name, you do now. She is one of the owners of the Juju Bag Cafe. It is located at 5363 Franklin Avenue. If you have not been there, you do not know what you're missing. Make sure that you go visit. When we get back, we're going to get really into her story about acting, producing, and teaching. We'll be right back on the Good Life, y'all.
Get ready for the 33rd Annual French Quarter Festival presented by Chevron, April 7th through 10th. Featuring over 1,700 musicians and 60 of your favorite New Orleans food vendors. Come out for an authentic New Orleans experience, a broad range of Louisiana artists, and a diverse variety of musical styles and genres. It's the 33rd Annual French Quarter Festival presented by Chevron, happening April 7th through 10th. Visit www.fqfi.org for a full schedule and lineup. Thousands of people will take over the View Parade to enjoy the very best live local music across 23 stages. With over 24 new artists making their festival debut. Don't miss one of the biggest entertainment festivals anywhere, and it's absolutely free. It's the 33rd Annual French Quarter Festival presented by Chevron, April 7th through 10th. Let the good times roll.
Gentile Italian Pie is home to the $5 Family Happy Hour. Specials on pizza, wings, and drinks Tuesday through Thursday, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Gentile Italian Pie does fresh for the entire family. Salads, pizza, pasta, wings, and oven-baked sandwiches. Gentile Italian Pie offers lunch and dinner in a new, modern atmosphere surrounded by big screen TVs. Dine in or carry out by calling 504-826-9180. That's 504-826-9180. Relax. Have a drink from the fully stocked bar or beer on tap while your order is made from the freshest ingredients. Gentile Italian Pie, 4706 Paris Avenue, is home where everybody knows your name. So bring the family to Paris and Marabout for the $5 Family Happy Hour, Tuesday through Thursday, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. That's Gentile Italian Pie. Dine in or carry out, 504-826-9180. That's 504-826-9180. You gotta try the pie. That's the original Italian pie, located at Paris and Marabout in Gentilly.
Hey, listener, losing that cool factor? I'm here to help. Head to AT&T for 2 new smartphones. For a limited time when you buy the new Samsung Galaxy S7, you get another one free when you buy both on AT&T Next. Use one to share selfies of yourself using the other one. Then you'd be really cool. AT&T, mobilizing your world.
iPhones at $695 each with eligible service and well-qualified credit. Free when requires new line with 30-month 0% APR contract with 2317 monthly payments. Free after up to $695 and 30 bill credit starting in 3 bills. Tax due at sale if service canceled on one that device balance due. Charges and restrictions apply. See store for details.
This is Jonathan Wilson, president of 100 Black Men of New Orleans. 100 Black Men is an organization dedicated to the development of our youth with the objective of making them self-reliant, independent thinkers committed to excellence. We mentor young men and women to be productive citizens. 100 Black Men supports health and wellness initiatives and promotes economic empowerment for our people. We call for the unification of public schools as a first step in ensuring quality education for our children. We urge you to join with us to make sure that New Orleanians control the destiny of our youth and that policies are created to ensure transparency, equity, and accountability for all. A true story of resilience should conclude with a single high-performing school district governed by local citizens. Contact the 100 Black Men at 208-9337 to join our efforts. Thank you.
Hi, this is Norman Robinson. New Orleans East Hospital is open and providing quality health care in your neighborhood. The New Orleans East Hospital is bringing our finest physicians into a beautiful new facility where you receive compassionate caring service. The emergency room services at New Orleans East Hospital are some of the best in the region. To learn more, visit our website at noehospital.org. Your health matters to us at New Orleans East Hospital.
Security keeps our family, friends, and event goers safe. And to do that job, they are looking for you. L&R Security Services is now hiring persons for the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival, armed and unarmed guards. All interested persons should contact L&R Security Office at 504-943-3191. Fill out an application at L&R's office at 3930 Old Gentilly Road. That's New Orleans, Louisiana. To become one of the proud workers of L&R Security, the minimum requirements are 18 years of age, a completed work application, and criminal background check. 2 forms of ID, whether it be a driver's license, a state ID, military ID, social security card, or other forms of picture ID. L&R Security is looking for qualified employees to assist in keeping the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival safe. They are looking for you. Again, contact them at 504-943-3191. 504-943-3191. L&R is always looking for armed and unarmed guards. If this is your profession, they're looking for you.
We all have a price to pay and a role to play.
Calling all to be present who are connected in any way to the criminal justice system. Join in for an afternoon of self-examination and recreation. Experience transforming corrections, dialogue and guidance by the experts. An in-depth discussion on crime prevention, law enforcement, and corrections. Presented by Executive Director of the Correctional Association of New York, Sophia Elijah, and Master Teacher, Dr. Ra Amen. Come out and examine the evidence of methods for fixing that which is broken. These experts have a proven track record for in-depth analysis of the issues and a clear vision of accessible goals that positively impact individuals, community, and the city at large. Join us on Wednesday, March 23rd at 3 p.m. in the Conference Center of SUNO's campus. For tickets, please call HMK Amen at 504-638-5534. That's 504-638-5534. Admission is $25.
We all have a price to pay and a role to play.
You are now listening to the radio station that's keeping it real. WBOK 1230 AM, where it's real talk for real time.
Good morning, and welcome back to The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on The Good Life Friday, and we're here to open your mind. We are back on The Good Life Friday, and I am here with my special guest, actress, director, teacher, Tommye Myrick, and also happens to be the owner, or one of the owners, of the Juju Bag Cafe, located at 5363 Franklin Avenue. And if you don't know where it is, make sure you visit, and especially visit next Friday, because that's where the Good Laugh is going on. The Good Laugh Relationship Tuesday is going up on a Friday. It sets off at the Juju Bag. Make sure you're there. The doors open at 6. It'll be half price drinks from 6 to 7. Y'all come early, get your drink on. The Juju Bag will have a buffet of red beans, jambalaya, fried catfish, chicken drumettes, and bread pudding. Make sure you come. The Good Laugh is Comic Relations. And Tommye, you're obviously so popular. We have callers calling in right now, so I'm going to go to Mr. Lewis on line 2. Mr. Lewis, welcome to The Good Life with Tommye Myrick.
Good morning, Ms.
Good morning.
Get on to your guest here, Inspiration to the City. Inspiration to the city, lady.
Wow.
Dang from getting the entertainer in this city a break. Besides the French Quarter, because we got to keep our entertainers in this city.
Absolutely.
And recognized all over the world, our entertainers. One be for them, our music and our food, it won't be New Orleans. Not the French Quarter. The French Quarter don't make New Orleans.
That's right. Thank you so very, very, very much.
And so don't forget to mention Super Sunday.
Yes. Well, tell us right now.
Ain't gonna be nothing nice.
Tell us about Super Sunday.
It's kind of a day. Huh?
So where should we go?
It's a tribute to our people, like a Mardi Gras. Mm-hmm. It's better than Mardi Gras.
It's better than Mardi Gras. There you go. I know.
The mean, when you get a chance to see all the tribes and everywhere from over there across the river, the second line bands, the baby dolls.
And where's the location?
Washington Avenue, Uptown.
This will be
the 12.
It'll
12
be
and 12, and then wind up at the Polk. Usually Alabama Polk. Wind up there.
Perfect. Thank you
It
so
used to be
much.
Shakespeare Polk.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was wind up there.
Thank you so much for your call, Mr.
More
Lewis.
likely gonna be and the other black businesses too. You know, they need a break too.
Yes.
Especially Miss Riley. You fighting with Miss Riley.
Yes, Miss Tracy Riley.
In the French Quarter.
Absolutely. Oh no, I am full support of Miss Tracy Riley.
And Miss Eileen, what about when you talked a good while back about this that passed away, Trumbo Shorty cousin? You know,
yes, Trumpet Black. Trumpet Black has done my music. Actually, it's funny. I talked to his brother Leroy Hill this morning. They're going to be doing a video shoot for The Good Life soon. So I want y'all to stay tuned because he is going to come back and he is going to give us all the information about their video shoot and about the album. So stay tuned. It'll probably be in the next week. So y'all have to listen every day to make sure that you hear it. You got to listen every day because he'll be here very soon.
All right, Miss Arlene, you take care and have a best weekend. And later, like I say, your inspiration to this city.
Thank you so very much.
Care.
Thank you so much.
Have a nice day.
Bye-bye.
We are here with Tommye Myrick of the Juju Bag Cafe. And Tommye, just like our listeners say, you're absolutely an inspiration for us all. And I want everyone to really know a little bit about your history and, about your the education background and the director, producing. And I know in 2002, they kind of threw you out there on stage because, somebody got sick. I know you didn't think I was reading off about you. Yeah, I know all about that. So give us a little bit of your history and your background.
Well, I'm a native New Orleanian, number one. And that's very important because it means that the culture is in my soul.
Yes. Ooh.
Okay. So
you could see it when you said that.
So being a native New Orleanian, I'm very protective of our culture. I'm very interested in our culture, and I'm very interested in that it continues to grow, and that our young people know how very special this city is, and how very special our culture is to the overall culture of America. I mean, when you start talking about the food, you start talking about the jazz and the blues, and you start talking about Congo Square, everything that America, I say this to people all the time, everything that America is New Orleans. Because that gumbo of our culture is what really makes America what it is. And so that being said, let me just say that when I finished from Xavier University, first of all, Joseph A. Craig Elementary School, Andrew J. Bell Junior High School, McDonald 35, and then Xavier University, I left the city and to pursue theater and things of that nature. So I went to University of Michigan and did all my master's and my PhD studies there.
All of that.
And from there, of course, being in theater, you have to seek fame and fortune somewhere.
Right.
So you have to go to New York. So I went to New York seeking fame and fortune. Mm-hmm. I found neither, but still, I was there, and I was there for a number of years doing theater off Broadway and directing and producing. Came back to the city because, when you folks get old, you have to be there for them like they were there for you. Mm-hmm. But when I came back, I was teaching at the University of New Orleans and in the theater department there, and then I moved over to SUNO, Southern University, where I became the artistic director of the multi-purpose auditorium and the university, and the assistant director of the Center for African and African American Studies. Long story short, started doing my theater here, and there you go. I've won several Big Easy Awards for Best Director and just moved on.
Several. I know. I was reading through your Big Easy Awards. I was like, she is more amazing than I thought that she was the first time I had a conversation with her.
But my interest, my heart has always been. I go back to the old school of W.E.B. Du Bois, who said that as an artist, as a people, everything we do must be for the people, by the people, near the people, and about the people. And so everything I do, that is my mantra right there. Near, for, about, and for us. And that's what it's all about. So in 94, I had the opportunity to direct a historical outdoor drama.
I was about to go there.
I was about the historical outdoor drama. And an historical...
I was about to say, can you give us specifics of exactly what that is? Because I don't think our listeners know the importance of it and everything that it encompasses and what you've done for New Orleans on that stage.
What I'm trying to do for New Orleans.
Oh, what you're trying to do for New Orleans.
What I'm trying to do for New Orleans.
What you're going to do. I'm claiming it for you. I'm claiming it.
Thank you. Historical outdoor drama is a drama that is written about a particular incident, a particular people, and the interesting thing about it, in the United States, there are many outdoor dramas, period. But in terms of the historical outdoor dramas, there are only 43 of them. And in terms of the outdoor theater realm and the outdoor drama, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Hawaii are the only states in the Union that does not have an historical outdoor drama.
And think about all the history here in Louisiana, and we don't have one.
So when I did Pathway to Freedom, the first time it was played in '94 in Snow Camp, North Carolina. I became the first woman in America, as well as the first African American in America.
The first African American in America. Woman.
Right.
Okay.
And woman, to direct a historical outdoor drama. That drama, Pathway to Freedom, from '94 until this day, still is running today. Every summer from May until mid-August. Now, there are many outdoor dramas. The longest running outdoor drama has been running for 87 years.
Wow.
Okay. That being said, that experience for me said, wait a minute. There is no culture in America that is richer than New Orleans.
Exactly.
What if I wrote, with Mark Sumner, a play that deals with the history of New Orleans? What if that play could be done in Congo Square? So Mark Sumner, who is the Director Emeritus of the United States Historical Outdoor Drama Institute, and I began to write this play called Le Code Noir. Now, why do we call it that? Because we deal with a period in Louisiana history from 1774, and for the next 50 years, we go through that time period. The law of the land at that time was Le Code Noir. It's the Black Code, a code that governed Africans and enslaved Africans and free people of color, and that governed the rules and regulations as set forth by the French government at that time. And that's what we did. In doing so, we then take one enslaved African girl by the name of Santee, who was brought over here from Saint Dominguez, from Haiti, in other words, during the Haitian Revolution. And for the next 45 years, we trace her life.
Oh, my goodness.
In tracing her life, you have to deal with the Haitian Revolution, because that's what brought her here. Right. You have to deal with the secession of, even though we owned by France but controlled by Spain, from that to Spain, and Spain back to French. You have to then deal with the Louisiana Purchase. You have to go from there to the revolt, the largest slave revolt in the Americas, which happened right here in New Orleans and across the way around Donaldsonville, heading down towards New Orleans, the largest slave revolt, 1811, the revolt of 1811. You have to deal with the Battle of New Orleans, 1815. And this young girl, as we see her age, goes through all this period of time. The interesting thing about this, though, is when you start tracing her life, you are now studying the makings of America. Because with the Louisiana Purchase, America doubled its size.
Right.
The population began to change. The British or the Americans started moving into Louisiana. And so by tracing this one girl, we have Louisiana history. Long story short, this was first idea came in 1998. Mark and I began to write the play and do the research on the play. The play was finished in 2005. The lieutenant governor at the time was Mitch Landrieu in Baton Rouge. A feasibility study was done. We were summoned to Baton Rouge to sell this as a part of the Economic Development Tourism Network for the state of Louisiana. It was supposed to be kicked off in 2006, 2007, but of course, Katrina. And that was it. Now the city is getting ready for its tricentennial, and they said, let's revisit Le Code Noir.
It is absolutely time to revisit Le Code Noir. We're going to take a quick break, and I know that you all are stuck on your radio station, so do not turn that dial. We'll be right back with Tommye Myrick. Inspirational. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for a better way to get fit? Bored with the same old routines? Looking for results or a way to instill discipline in the kids? Tiger Rock Martial Arts is the answer with Taekwondo, kickboxing, and self-defense classes. Tiger Rock diversifies your training in ways that allows individuals of all ages and fitness levels to feel like a champion. Join Tiger Rock today. TigerRockNola.com or 504-455-9694. That's 504-455-9694 with a 3-class starter pack starting for only $38, which includes your training uniform. Learn, grow, and succeed with Tiger Rock's 3 convenient locations: Old Metairie, West Bank, and Clearview. There's no better time to start gaining strength, skills, and protection for life than now. 504-455-9694. 504-455-9694. See you on the mat.
As a business owner, do you ever wonder how you can gain better exposure to potential clients, not only locally but around the world? The internet has changed the game for everybody, and whether you're a small mom and pop shop, a medium-sized business, or nonprofit, it's important that you have a web presence online. We at Peak Mountain Technology Solutions understand that growing your business means more to you than most people realize. That's why we've taken it upon ourselves to offer the very best in website design. We're talking custom-built websites that are professionally designed with your business in mind. Websites that are designed to help attract customers to your business. So if you're ready to take your business to the next level, give Peak Mountain Technology Solutions a call today to see how we can help. In addition to website design, we offer a full range of information technology support. So give us a call today at 504-355-8400. Again, that's 504-355-8400.
This is Jonathan Wilson, president of 100 Black Men of New Orleans. 100 Black Men is an organization dedicated to the development of our youth with the objective of making them self-reliant, independent thinkers committed to excellence. We mentor young men and women to be productive citizens. 100 Black Men supports health and wellness initiatives and promotes economic empowerment for our people. We call for the unification of public schools as a first step in ensuring quality education for our children. We urge you to join with us to make sure that New Orleanians control the destiny of our youth and that policies are created to ensure transparency, equity, and accountability for all. A true story of resilience should conclude with a single high-performing school district governed by local citizens. Contact the 100 Black Men at 208-9337 to join our efforts. Thank you.
L&R Security keeps our family, friends, and event goers safe. And to do that job, they are looking for you. L&R Security Services is now hiring persons for the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival, armed and unarmed guards. All interested persons should contact L&R Security Office at 504-943-3191. Fill out an an application at L&R's office at 3930 Old Gentilly Road. That's New Orleans, Louisiana. To become one of the proud workers of L&R Security, the minimum requirements are 18 years of age, a completed work application, and criminal background check. 2 forms of ID, whether it be a driver's license, a state ID, military ID, social security card, or other forms of picture ID. L&R Security is looking for qualified employees to assist in keeping the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival safe. They are looking for you. Again, contact them at 504-943-3191. 504-943-3191. L&R is always looking for armed and unarmed guards. If this is your profession, they're looking for you.
This is your weekly health tip brought to you by New Orleans East Hospital. March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. Almost all colorectal cancers begin as precancerous polyps in the colon or rectum. Such polyps can be present in the colon for years without any symptoms before cancer develops. Gastroenterologist Dr. Harold Shelby says it is important for African Americans to get regular colonoscopy screenings because African Americans are diagnosed with colorectal cancer at a younger age than other ethnic groups. And African Americans with colorectal cancer have decreased survival compared to other ethnic groups. New Orleans East Hospital now offers the Open Access Colonoscopy Program. Open Access is ideal for healthy patients who need a routine colonoscopy and who have no serious medical conditions. Come by and schedule your colonoscopy with Dr. Shelby at New Orleans East Hospital, both here to provide everything you need to ensure a healthy colon. New Orleans East Hospital, quality health care close to home.
Come on and roll with the RTA. You asked for more, and now there's new bus shelters for your comfort. 2,000 new bus signs. More information at your fingertips with online and SMS texting, and more ways to buy fares. Go to NORTA.com to explore. From New Orleans East to the Lower Nine, we got you covered. Dirttown, uptown, downtown, to the Algiers Point, and all in between. Rolling for everybody, everywhere. That RTA keeps New Orleans rolling.
WBOK 1230 AM, the People's Station.
Good morning, and welcome back to The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on The Good Life Friday, and we're here to open your mind. Good life, good life, in a different land. The Good Life radio show is brought to you by Morris Reed Jr., a New Orleans law firm. If you have been hit in a car accident or charged with a crime, call 504-488-HELP. That's 504-488-4357. The Morris Reed Jr. Law Firm is a full-service law firm that fights vigorously to get you the money you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or you have been charged with a crime, call Morris Reed Jr. and let their experienced, highly qualified attorneys provide you with expert legal help today. Call 504-488-HELP. That's 504-488-4357. 504-488-4357, because that is The Good Life. Now, we are here on The Good Life Friday with Tommye Myrick. She is one of my favorite women. It is Women's History Month, and sometimes we need to really know those people who are in our community who are really making a difference for us. She is one of the owners of the Juju Bag Cafe and barber salon, I should say. So make sure you visit them at 5363 Franklin Avenue. Y'all, it's across the street from where Milne Boys' home used to be. Y'all know where that is. Milne Park, pick one, whichever you want to call it. It's across the street. They have amazing food. It's an amazing atmosphere. It feels like family. So make sure you go. And they also do events and things like that, don't you?
We do.
So they can host you for anything that your heart's desire. So make sure you go there and eat. 5363 Franklin Avenue. And also Sharon Martin's there on a regular. They have Sunday brunch. They have all kind of stuff. So make sure you're there. So we're going to jump back in the conversation with Tommye because she has so much to say and I want to make sure that we get it in. So we were discussing the the historical outdoor theater, Le Code Noir.
Exactly.
And so I know that you had an event on last night. So give us a little bit about that event that happened last night.
But wait a minute. Yes, that event that happened last night. And you weren't there for some reason.
I know. And we had been talking about me going. I was not there because I had a special event of my own take place last night.
Really?
I got baptized last night.
Really?
I did. I've been having a personal walk for the last couple of years, and I decided to take the next step. And so I joined New Home Family Ministry. So I love the Blake's brothers. They are literally family to me. My father was a really good friend of Prophet Blake's, and when I was little, I would always go there. And so the Blake's brothers were on the show last year, and it just felt like going home. And the biggest blessing for me last night, when I was getting ready to go, Aiden, my son, was like, Mom, I want to join too, and I want to be baptized with you.
Wow.
So the two of us were baptized together last night. So I want to thank everyone there, and I want to thank the Blake's brothers and the whole New Home family here in Houston and everywhere. So.
Okay, for that, I forgive you.
So that you forgive me for not coming?
I forgive you for not coming because God be the glory.
There you go.
And should always be
absolutely
first on everybody's list.
Yes.
Okay, and secondary to that. Okay.
Yes.
The event last night was on behalf of Dr. Michael Hardy, who is the director of the United States Outdoor Drama Institute in North Carolina. He was in town, and he met with my board of directors, and so we had a special reception for him for the idea of making this historical outdoor drama possible. So we did a walking tour with the board and Michael through Congo Square all the way to the Mahalia Jackson Center, all the way through to the Jazz and Heritage Foundation.
I wanted to come on the tour.
Park. It was wonderful. We did that little walking tour, and then we had a special reception at Basin Street Station, and where we addressed those issues. The food was good, the drinks were good, but the people who showed up in support of this project represented the city of New Orleans, the Jazz and Heritage Foundation, Don Marshall, the Parks and Parkways were there, the National Park Service were there, the media was there. Everybody was there as Le Code Noir was introduced formally to the city. Now, we come back together again in a month, and we try to make this thing happen. Now, the interesting thing about outdoor dramas, too, it employs hundreds of people. The cast itself is a cast of maybe 60.
Wow.
When outdoor historical dramas have got to happen within a 25-mile radius of where an event actually took place.
I think that's very important. So the recreation of it has to happen within 25 miles of where it actually took place.
Yes.
So Congo Square is
smack dab in the middle.
Perfect.
And not only is it smack dab in the middle of New Orleans, but this would be the first historical outdoor drama in this nation that is actually taking place on a nationally historical landmark site.
Oh my goodness. Yes. And it'll be right here in New Orleans.
Yes.
And we have a African American woman that is bringing it to fruition. Could I get an amen?
Amen.
Amen. All right. And this is Women's History Month. Thank you very much. Go ahead.
And we are about the history because, you know, we have such a rich history here, such a rich, untold history here. And the importance of New Orleans, and New Orleans being now one of the number one tourist industries, places of destination in this country, and the second, I'm told, for people who come here in the world for international tourists. This is the number one stopping point. What New Orleans does not have is to offer something for families. I mean, once you've done Bourbon Street and the French Quarter, you've done New Orleans.
Right.
Okay, unless you go outside of New Orleans and you say, let me go look at the plantations, let me do a swamp tour.
Right.
This particular activity has got to have attached to it the culture, the music. It's got to have a museum attached to it, which Amistad Research Center is coming on board with us. They were there last night. The Jazz and Heritage Foundation is coming on board because the idea is that when you walk into Congo Square, you are greeted by people who are in period dress. You have vendors who are all over the whole park service, and they too are in period dress. And then when the play begins, there is music and there is drumming, and the drumming starts happening. And so
you're going to be transformed into that time period as soon as you walk into the gate.
The moment you walk into the gate,
I want this to happen.
But the interesting thing about it is that you go, and the woman who greets you at the beginning of the play, she is speaking French, and then she stops and she says, "Oh, pardon, moi." And then she starts speaking English, and she begins to tell the story of Santee. She takes us all the way through the next 40 years, this narrator does. But she never introduces herself. And she tells us that she's starting the story in 1794 because that's as far as she can go back in her history because that is the year that she was born. Halfway through the play, she says, "Oh, pardon, I never introduced myself. My name, Marie Laveau." Okay.
Drop the mic. I'm not ready.
So it will employ hundreds of people, not to mention the fact that students who are majoring in
theater... If I can speak French, I sign up to, be Marie Laveau.
You can always learn.
I can learn.
Okay. The interesting thing is that students who leave New Orleans and then say, "I'm going to do summer camp someplace else," they don't have to leave now. Students who are graduate students in set design and light design to say that, "Hey, I have to go find a job outside of the city," they don't have to leave now. They can get credit because this runs from April Jazz Fest all the way until October. So they have jobs. Teachers who are...
So our big season when we have a lot of people coming in for all the festivals and, Essence and all these things, it will be going on during that time?
It will be going on nightly. And you want night because you want the ambiance of the lights.
Yes.
The interesting thing about historical outdoor drama is this, and this is a tricky thing. The events really have had to have happened. If you use the names of characters or people who really did live, you have to be very accurate in terms of their happenings and what they did. You cannot embellish history. Okay, because you cannot change history.
Right.
Okay.
So y'all give the real.
So it took Mark and I about 8 years to really do our research to write the play. Last but not least, let me just tell you, in this time period, not only do you have Marie Laveau, but you have Jean Lafitte, you have Claiborne, you have Charbonnet, you have Henrietta DeLille, and all of these are people who lived during this period of time, and all of these characters are within the play. Not to mention the fact, I've already told you about the events that are in here, the Battle of New Orleans and the Revolt of 1811, but you also have certain lifestyles that were indicative of New Orleans at this time. You have the Maroon culture, and the Maroon culture is the baby, I should say, the birthplace of the Mardi Gras Indians, because these were enslaved Africans who fled into the swamps and aligned themselves with the Native America. This is in here. You have the plaçage, which is a way of life at that time that gave privilege to those enslaved African girls who not married, but were taken care of by planters. You also have the quadroon ball. So all of these things are implemented within the confines of the play. And Santee, she gets her name from my great-great-great-grandmother, who was an enslaved African here in Louisiana. But Santee, we follow her life. We also show something else. We show how not just the culture changed, but we see two families, one French family and one enslaved African family, and we show how over the course of the 40 years that family becomes one.
I just got chills. This is something that is going to change the landscape of New Orleans. Hopefully it can change all of our minds. It will give us a history lesson. It will open our minds to living differently in the world. And we always say how we want our children to really understand our past. And I think this is a perfect way for them to do it in a way that they can absorb the information.
Exactly. And that's what's so wonderful about this. I'm not just saying this because I have a hand in it. I'm saying it because I'm just an instrument being used by the mighty hand to make this an all-encompassing New Orleans, Louisiana event where everybody is as proud of this as they are of Jazz Fest. Last but not least, this is a the idea is to make Louis Armstrong Park, including the Jazz and Heritage Foundation Park and the Congo Square, to make it almost like a cultural, enriched, historical amusement park.
Absolutely.
That's nothing but history.
And that is the good life.
Yes.
We are here today on the Good Life Friday with Tommye Myrick. If you didn't know her, I hope you do now. Please go out if you want to have a conversation. She is one of the owners of the Juju Bag Cafe, located at 5363 Franklin Avenue. Make sure you go there for lunch. I know they have some specials today, especially because everybody can't eat meat right now. Right. So make sure you're there. They have a wonderful they have a wonderful brunch on Sundays. They have jazz regularly every Friday. Make sure y'all support those who support us and think about all of the effort that she has put in the city. So make sure that you go out there and enjoy the Juju Bag, because I know I will. It's a Good Life Friday, and I'm out. Thank you so much for being here.
And thank you for having me.